Okay, everybody, we're going to take a look at the NASDAQ. We're going to determine, are we in a bull market or a bear market? I know so many people have actually been very confused right now because look at this rally. It looks pretty strong. A lot of people think, this is the start of a new bull market. But my own impression is that we're not. And let's take a look at the weekly chart. There's something suspicious about this rally. It just doesn't, to me, I actually get the sense that it's not going to be able to break through the 200-day line, or if it does, it just goes up a little bit. I mean, you see that there's been resistance here, and I think we're going to get into resistance soon. And you can see that the down days have actually been, there's pretty strong volume on the down days, whereas on the buying, it looks like the buying pressure is actually going down, actually, not up. Let's take a look at S&P. Yeah, see, you're seeing it run into the resistance levels right here, and I actually have a feeling it's going to really have a struggle to break above it, especially. Let's check out the weekly. It's just right there. That wouldn't be. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I forgot the week is not over, but it is pretty incredible. I think that a lot of people are actually being fooled by this. The Federal Reserve is going to be continuing to raise rates. I actually have a feeling they will at least retest the lows. Let's check out some of the big stocks to see how they're doing. See, there's nothing really exciting about Google. Definitely doesn't look like a new bull market or uptrend to me. There's one that does look good. Apple has been doing spectacular, and I'm not exactly sure what that is. It could be call volumes, a lot of call volumes from retail investors and hedge funds, but as you can see, it's probably going to run into resistance around right here. Let's just take a look at Tesla to see how that's doing, because that's it's a big favorite. But my own view of Tesla is that so many people have been fooled by Tesla. They think, oh, this is going to be the new stock that goes to the moon. But look at that. There's the peak here, and it's trying to reach it and resistance. And it seems like each time it actually is getting weaker. Each time it actually tries to go back up there. And I actually have a feeling this is going to be one that's going to have a spectacular move down at some point. I know that so many people have been thinking this stock has to go down for so long, just because the move up has been incredible. I mean, you can imagine buying this at 38, being able to sell 1,000. That's pretty incredible. I mean, people have lost a lot of money shorting Tesla, that's for sure. But there's something about it this time around that makes you wonder if some of that energy that has been into the stock is just not really keeping up. That's what I think. Let's just think. Let's look at some boring stocks just to get the sense of where the market is. Like Visa, it's not an exciting stock. I used to own it, but if you look at it, does that look like the start of a bull market? Or MasterCard, that also doesn't look that great. Then there's Bank of America, just to get a sense of where the banks are. It's definitely looking pretty weak, actually. Just going down and almost like a reflex move up there. And let's take a look at the cryptocurrencies, because I think that's always an interesting one. I know that some people I think that we're just about to go back into a bull market, but when you look at it, look at how things start when it's a real bull. You have this was a fake rally, obviously, but then you had this spectacular move. This was capitulation, where there was a lot of selling, just went down really fast, but then very quickly went back up. I think that was a sign that there was really great strength, and it didn't really go back down once again. So, and it had a spectacular move up. Over here, you're just seeing continued weakness. It's definitely below these moving averages here, and I think it'll be below the 50-day line soon enough. And let's take a look at Ethereum. That's doing stronger, but I would also say it's not particularly strong. I think the fact that the Federal Reserve is going to really continue with the interest rate hikes, I think it's really an indication that there really isn't anything to buy. It's just pretty remarkable, actually, how weak this market is. I mean, even though it's off the lows, it still doesn't look great. There's nothing really exciting about that. Snapchat. I know that was Netflix. Let's take a Walmart, which is a good indication of the overall economy, and it has a gap up here. It's pretty strong, but definitely doesn't look as though it's going to return to a bull market anytime soon, though, on a lot of these things. In general, there's just really nothing to get excited about. I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, the market is going back to all-time highs. So at some point, of course, things are going to go back to all-time highs, but for the moment, things are definitely looking pretty weak. There's really not a whole lot to get excited about. Even with this, it had this big gap up and it's struggling below the 50-day line. So if you're not invested, you don't have to feel bad about it. There's really not, you're not losing out on things. I know some people, there's one YouTube channel, he owns stuff like Honest Company. I mean, this is complete crap. I don't understand why this guy promotes it. I mean, I think he was buying around here and here and here. And then of course now you could say, well, look at this, it went up 12% here and for the week, and it went up 7%. But stuff like this, there's no real reason to get excited about it. That definitely doesn't look exciting to me. I don't know why people would get excited about this or think that this is a wonderful choice. I think not. So that's my update of the stock market. I think that it's pretty weak. I don't really think that you have to get excited about investing. I actually think we're going to go to back to the lows. Actually, that's what I think. I just don't get the sense the market is capable of really having a new uptrend at the moment. There really needs the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates again and to go back into the QE environment. If you look at this is almost like the example of you need like 3 waves down to end a bear market. So I think this is you call this one wave. There's a 2, and then a 3rd wave is usually the biggest. Usually that's the biggest drop. So that's what I think is happening, and let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with my assessment of the stock market. See ya.